All right, everybody. I only have a very short amount of time here, so I'm going to take this time before I go to work to talk to you about a book that I recently read that I think you might enjoy. It's very different from most things that I read. Probably different than most things most people read. I recently discovered James Thurber. I had never heard of him before, but I was watching the Ben Stiller movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, for the second time the other night, and I really like that movie. It's kind of quirky, it's a little weird, and if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. It's a fantastic movie, and visually, it's just it's a beautiful movie to watch. But anyway, I noticed in the end credits that it was based on a book by James Thurber, and it kind of piqued my interest. I looked him up. And when I was in Books A Million, I found a book called James Thurber Collected Fables. And they're all very short stories. They're like 1 and 2 pages long. They're easy to read. And let me tell you what they're like. Like I said, they're collected fables. And fables generally, like Aesop's fables, center around animals to tell the story with a moral at the end. And these do likewise. These fables are a cross between Aesop and Lemony Snicket, if you can imagine that. Lemony Snicket, if you've ever seen anything regarding him, they're very strange. But have no misunderstanding about this. When you read James Thurber's fables, you're not going to walk away wiser for it. You're not supposed to. These are very humorous. The morals that he points out at the end of each story are never what you think they are. There's never really any kind of takeaway. These are simply amusing. They're fun to read. They're short. They're light. They're easy, and they're very different, very eccentric. Now, James Thurber most of his writings he wrote mostly by the 1930s, 1940s. And when he was 17 years old, his brother shot him through the eye with an arrow, and he lost his sight because of it in that one eye. Eventually, as he got to be much older, he lost his vision completely in both eyes. And but he always had with these short stories, they were always accompanied with these chicken scratch drawings. I mean, they're not good. They're not good at all. I mean, they're all like this, just they look very, very elementary. No real artistic skill involved. And probably better than me, but they're very strange. And he would draw all of his own. He would create all of his own drawings for his stories, is what I'm trying to say. And believe it or not, up in Columbus, Ohio, because apparently that's where he's from, in the year 2019, which is when this video is being made, Columbus, Ohio has declared it the year of James Thurber because he would be 125 years old this year. And the Columbus Museum of Art, you can go there and for a limited time, you can see like around 250 of his drawings, some of them never published before. And so I don't know why anybody would want to look at his drawings personally. I mean, they're just like the front of this book. There's not much to them. And believe it or not, people get tattoos of his drawings. They like him that much. But just to give you, first of all, let me say, I highly recommend this book. It's fun. You should get it if you just want something to entertain yourself and not be overly devoted to a great amount of time in a book. You can easily pick it up and put it down whenever you want to. And let me give you a sample or two of his stories. This one is called The Lion Who Wanted to Zoom. And I showed you the picture before. Okay? The lion who wanted to zoom. Here's how it goes. Bear with me here. It says, there was once a lion who coveted an eagle's wings. So he sent a message to the eagle asking him to call. And when the eagle came to the lion's den, the lion said, I will trade you my mane for your wings. Keep talking, brother, said the eagle. Without my wings, I can no longer fly. So what, said the lion. I can't fly now, but that doesn't keep me from being king of the beast. I became king of beasts on account of my magnificent mane. All right, said the eagle, but give me your mane first. Just approach a little nearer, said the lion, so that I can hand it to you. The eagle came closer, and the lion clapped a huge paw on him, pinning him to the ground. Come across with those wings, he snarled. So the lion took the eagle's wings, but kept his own mane. The eagle was very despondent for a while, and then he had an idea. I bet you can't fly off the top of that great rock yonder, said the eagle. Who, me? Said the lion, and he walked to the top of the rock and took off. His weight was too great for the eagle's wings to support, and besides, he did not know how to fly, never having tried it before. So he crashed at the foot of the rock and burst into flames. The eagle hastily climbed down to him and regained his wings and took off the lion's mane, which he put about his own neck and shoulders. Flying back to the rocky nest where he lived with his mate, he decided to have some fun with her. So, covered with the lion's mane, he poked his head into the nest and with a deep, awful voice said, "Hurroo!" His mate, who was very nervous anyway, grabbed a pistol from the bureau drawer and shot him dead, thinking he was a lion. The moral? Never allow a nervous female to have access to a pistol, no matter what you're wearing. That's how weird he is, but I like it. I like it because it's so different. Now, here's another one, and I'll leave you with this one. It's called The Fairly Intelligent Fly. And here's the drawing for it. All right, The Fairly Intelligent Fly. I said, a large spider in an old house built a beautiful web in which to catch flies. Every time a fly landed on the web and was entangled in it, the spider devoured him, so that when another fly came along, he would think the web was a safe and quiet place in which to rest. One day, a fairly intelligent fly buzzed around above the web so long without lighting that the spider appeared and said, "Come on down." But the fly was too clever for him and said, "I never light where I don't see other flies, and I don't see any other flies in your house." So he flew away until he came to a place where there were a great many other flies. He was about to settle down among them when a bee buzzed up and said, "Hold it, stupid. That's fly paper. All those flies are trapped." "Don't be silly," said the fly. "They're dancing." So he settled down and became stuck to the fly paper with all the other flies. The moral? There is no safety in numbers or in anything else. Very quirky, right? Very quirky, very different, but that's what you get with James Thurber. I might start using some of these at the end of my videos, so you might be hearing more of them. But they're fun. Go out and get yourself this book. And I think I paid like around $16 for it. Well worth it. Because you're going to read them time and time again. These are absolutely timeless stories. All right, guys. Hope you've enjoyed that. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.